So this is the Street Fighter figure that finally got me to stop collecting Storm collectible figures. Um, so can you tell who this character is from Street Fighter? If you're not sure, it's Cammy, and this is from Street Fighter 5. So I'll show you Street Fighter 5. So there's her traditional outfit, and there's this outfit. This is her new outfit. It's not a bad looking outfit. I like the traditional one better, but it's not terrible. Um, but I would prefer her traditional one. One second. So here's the Bandai figure, and so this is what I think of Cammy. She's got her beret. She's got the green and red. Um, I understand they want to change up the characters occasionally, but for me, I just I barely recognize this as Cammy. But that's their decision. They're free to make it. My bigger problem is that when I spend this much money on a figure, so this was probably $60, $70, the more you spend, the more expectations you have. And one of the expectations I have is in the paint job, that it will be um, fairly meticulous. Depending upon the price, I would expect it to be pretty much flawless to the naked eye, and I don't think this is flawless. I think that there are paint issues. I think the paint on her knees looked like they were just dabbed on with a brush. You have areas in here where there's some gray paint bleeding through. I just don't think it looks that great. There's a lot of gapping. You can see the gapping in here, and pardon me for for this, but that's a lot of gapping in there, and I think that doesn't look good. Um, Even I mean, there's almost no way to hide it like that. Now she's got all sorts of gapping back here. I mean, it's really exposing the inner workings of the figure, and that's a bit too much. So I wasn't really a fan of this. I was really disappointed with this figure. But what really disappointed me, a couple things. First of all, her goggles here, they don't want to stay up. Now you can't really put them down because then her forehead looks bizarre. Um, it would have been cool, but I don't know. Maybe in the game it never does that. So it's meant to stay up, but it has some problems staying up. But the biggest problem, by far the biggest problem, is her face. That just does not look like Cammy to me. That's the well, I don't know if that's I don't think that's gameplay, but that's Cammy in the game. And that's Cammy, and unless I'm mistaken, that's the only head sculpt there is for this figure. And I don't think she looks attractive there. And that's kind of the whole point of Cammy, is she's very beautiful. And I don't find this figure very beautiful. She's got very I know that they always do exaggerated dimensions, but it's one thing. I know that these female figures are always extraordinarily leggy, but I think this has taken it too far. She is so bottom heavy with those giant thighs and the very small upper body. It just looks awkward. It looks too much. It looks a little bizarre. So this was the last Storm Collectibles figure I've purchased. I have one on pre-order, but it's Ken from Gatchaman. The ankles on this are also not great. Not that bad actually. I shouldn't get too hard on it. And I might get E Honda. I missed a couple because I was just so disappointed with these figures. But this, I would say, is the most disappointing. Some figures by Storm Collectibles, I will say I definitely was not disappointed in. Some were really pretty amazing. So I will say this. This is, in my opinion, the worst of the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter figures. So at least you can rest assured that from here on out, it's all uphill. So that's Cammy. Here's a, yeah, that's a pretty face. Does it look like the game? I don't know. It looks very anime, but it's a pretty face. This is not a pretty face. Not sure what they were going for. So there's Cammy.